Hi, I am here with two incredible people, Jay and Sophia Lyons. They both have such a background in music, producing, writing, directing. They are wearing many hats in Hollywood, and I am just so proud of them because this movie that they just finished called The Long Goodbye is a must-see. And I'm going to let them tell you all about this incredible film. But before we touch on that, so both of you are singers, right?
I'm not much of a singer, but she's an amazing singer. She has theme songs on TV shows, major networks, and you can hear her music in a lot of popular TV shows.
But Jay is an amazing producer and a songwriter.
And you're the songwriter, so that's your music end of it.
Exactly.
So now, do you write some songs for Sophia as well?
Of course. I wrote the theme song of this movie. It's called I'll See You Again, and it talks about when someone goes to heaven, that's not all, that we'll see them again in heaven, and we'll know them and be able to have fellowship with them.
Yes.
And so I wrote a song called I'll See You Again, and she sings it in the movie.
Okay, I'm losing it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They have tissues that they gave me right before the interview called The Long Goodbye, and I said I'm going to hang on to them because I'm going to need them, because my mother passed away with Alzheimer's, and it was a very long journey. And so there you did it, Jay. Are you happy?
I'm sorry.
Mascara run, Sophia.
You still look beautiful.
Thank you.
Run.
I want everybody to see The Long Goodbye because you said, now, no one in your family was impacted with this. No one in your family had it, praise God. But because many others. Do you want to tell them what inspired you to do this film?
So I'm a TV producer, and I produce docu-follows for major networks like MTV, CBS, TLC, or reality shows, but people have a bad opinion of reality shows.
Do you want to talk about any of those reality shows?
I did my 600-pound life.
I've seen that. I think everybody has watched and gotten addicted to my 600-pound life. That's Jay's show. He's produced many shows.
Yes. So I had wanted to do a show about people dealing with end-of-life issues because as a Christian, I felt like, well, we have something to offer. We have hope, and although we may be sad, we do have the hope of heaven, and that's not talked about in our world at all. So I had always wanted to do a show about people suffering and even dying. So a friend of mine introduced me to Kara on Facebook, and Kara was just a mother of four. She wrote a blog.
Kara Tibbetts.
Yes, she was a pastor's wife, but she was suffering and dying with cancer, and she allowed us to come in and film her journey. It's incredibly raw. It's basically a Christian version of like a reality show of her end of life, and is that right?
Yeah, I think what makes the film unique is that it's kind of like a patchwork quilt. So a lot of people contributed to the film, including Kara herself. So she is telling her story in real time with the viewers as she's journeying to.
That's amazing. There's nothing like this.
It is riveting. It's riveting.
It's self-shot. So
she wanted you to tell her story as she is transcending basically into her paradise.
It's such a delicate subject that a lot of people close the doors, and understandably so, but Kara opened her life and said, I want to share and give this as a gift to people who are suffering or know how to suffer, because a lot of times we don't know what to say or what to do, and you dealt with that, like to where it's, oh my gosh, how do we handle it? The long goodbye. So Kara showed us not only how to die, but she showed us how to live, which is the preciousness of time. So this movie is actually, even though it's sad, it's hopeful. Wouldn't you say?
I would say it's very hopeful.
It's giving people insight on what to expect, that it doesn't have to be doom and gloom.
No.
Because if they know Jesus, they have heaven to look forward to.
We should be hopeful for that.
Yeah.
And not that we want to talk about it all the time and fixate on it or think about it, but what she did for me personally, I had very bad experiences with death personally. So all the closest people to me that died were sudden, and I wasn't a believer at the time, and I don't really know if they were either. And so my previous experience with death were just very traumatic for me. So I really, when I became a believer, I just had no good examples of what it looked like to die well. And I really never hoped for heaven. It was almost something like, it's like inevitable, we all die, but let's not talk about it ever. Ever want to talk about it. It was scary. So when I met Kara Tibbetts, it was the first time I met somebody so willing to share in that journey with someone that she barely knew, but I felt like she was instantly my best friend, and she makes everybody feel that way.
Wow, so this is a documentary, true story of a woman I don't say dying, a woman passing, a woman that's just going to be passing. And that's amazing that she gave you a peek and the green light to come with her on this journey. There's nothing like it.
It is very unique, and it's hopeful, it's inspirational. She makes jokes, so it's not a.
So it's not like a real tearjerker sad.
It is.
It is.
It is. I am just saying.
He's trying to make me not have to use my tissues here.
But at the same time, Kara was hopeful. She said, I would have never chose this story, but I'm going to be faithful in the story that God has given me.
She actually also says that her story's still good. And that took me a couple of months to kind of grapple with independently.
So, did you shoot this in Colorado?
Yes,
where
Colorado
the lady,
and San Diego.
This is where the lady lived?
Day together that we got to be with them on.
God bless the both of you,
Yes,
and to do this project together.
It's a tool. It's a ministry tool. I feel like people watch
Wow.
it and they're changed, and it helps them with their grief, with their suffering, because Kara did it so well. So she helps everyone who watches it. So if anybody is hurting or suffering or knows somebody who is, this is a perfect opportunity to share this film and just kind of learn.
So where can they see The Long Goodbye?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that. Amazon, iTunes, our website, KaraTippett'sDocumentary.com.
Okay.
And anywhere you can buy digital films, you can find The Long Goodbye, the Kara Tippett story.
You've got to check this out. You need to see this film. Support these two people, Jay and Sophia Lyons. They're shaking and moving in Hollywood and everywhere. God bless you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I know great success to both of you on this film.
Thank you so
and
much.
hopefully you're just opening the eyes of many to see it doesn't have to be so bad at
Awesome.
the end, right?
Exactly. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for highlighting that, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for watching.